Good morning and welcome back. I am so glad that you have joined me for another one of these videos. Today I want to talk to you about the parable of the dishonest steward. In Luke chapter 16, verses 1 through 13 is where we find the parable of the dishonest steward. And I'm going to read that to you. He told his disciples, and this is Jesus talking, "There was a rich man who had a steward who was accused to the man of wasting his resources. So he called him and said, 'How is it that I hear this about you? Give an account of your stewardship, for you may no longer be steward.' Then the steward said to himself, 'What shall I do? For my master is taking the stewardship away from me. I cannot dig. I am ashamed to beg. I know what to do, so that when I am removed from the stewardship, others may receive me into their houses.' So he called on each of his master's debtors, and he said to the first, 'How much do you owe my master?' He said, 800 gallons of oil. So the steward said to him, 'Take your bill and sit down quickly and write 400. Then he said to another, 'And how much do you owe?' He said, 1,000 bushels of wheat. So the steward said to him, 'Take your bill and write 800. The master commended the dishonest steward because he had acted prudently. For the sons of this world are wiser in their own generation than the sons of light. I say to you, make friends for yourself by means of unrighteous wealth, so that when you fall short, they may receive you into eternal dwellings. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much, and he who is dishonest in the least is dishonest also in much. So if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous wealth, who will commit to your trust true riches? And if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who will give you that which is your own? No servant can serve two masters. Either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and wealth." You see, we are God's stewards. He has given us stewardship over things on this earth. He wants to bless us with things of our own. But how can he do that when we don't take care of the things that belong to others? I have verse 12 written on my whiteboard as a reminder of this. "And if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who will give you that which is your own?" It's a great reminder. You see, I currently rent the home that my son and I live in, and it's my dream to own my own home someday. However, if I am not faithful to take care of the home that I have been given that belongs to someone else, how can I expect God to bless me with a home of my own? I have that reminder there for the days that I don't feel like cleaning up the house or doing the dishes or mopping the floors or cleaning up the porch, whatever task needs to be done that day that I just don't feel like doing. You know, the same is true for ministry. I am blessed to have been entrusted with the ministry of the coffee nook at our church. That ministry came after serving faithfully on a cleaning team and on the worship team and on the prayer team. And I still serve in those ministries as well. The dishonest steward in today's reading, he didn't care to make sure that his master's resources were used wisely because they weren't his. He also didn't care if his master received everything that he was owed to him because, again, it wasn't his. All he cared about was making sure that he still had a job. So he told his master's debtors to adjust their bills so that it looked like he was doing a good job. God sees how we take care of things and how we handle things, not just what we want others to see. He sees it all of it. And he knows whether or not we are ready to be trusted with something of our own. And he will not give us a blessing that we're not ready to receive. As you spend time in prayer today, ask God to reveal to you the areas in your life where you may not be a great steward, and ask him to help you to be a better steward over every area of your life. He has so many blessings that he wants to pour out on you. Ask him to prepare you for them. and have a great day.